Hello everyone. Welcome to our channel where we make learning English fun and easy. Today, we have an exciting lesson planned for you. We will cover 3 parts: an interview with a graphic designer, vocabulary learning, and sentences with role-playing. We have a special guest, Emily, a talented graphic designer. Let's get started. In our first part, we have a special guest. Let's meet Emily, a talented graphic designer. Listen carefully and see how much you can understand.
Hi, Emily. Thank you for coming. Please, sit down. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here. So, Emily, tell me about yourself. How did you start in graphic design? I loved art and design when I was a child. I drew and painted a lot. In high school, I learned about graphic design and decided to study it in college. That's interesting. What was your first job as a graphic designer? My first job was designing posters for a small company. It was a great learning experience. What was difficult about your first job? The hardest part was meeting deadlines. I had to work quickly and still make good designs. It sounds like you learned a lot. What are you most proud of in your career? I am proud of the website I designed for a big company. It looks good and works well. Many people use it. That's amazing. What advice do you have for new graphic designers? Keep practicing and don't give up. Learn from your mistakes and ask for feedback. Can you tell me about a project that was very challenging for you? Sure. I worked on a rebranding project for a well-known brand. It was challenging because the client had very high expectations. I had to create many different versions and incorporate their feedback. How did you manage the stress of such a high-pressure project? I focused on time management and took regular breaks to stay refreshed. Also, having a supportive team helped a lot. That sounds like great advice. How do you stay creative and come up with new ideas? I get inspiration from many sources: nature, art galleries, and even everyday objects. I also like to collaborate with other creatives to brainstorm and exchange ideas. Collaboration sounds important. How do you handle criticism of your work? I see criticism as an opportunity to improve. It's important to stay open-minded and not take it personally. Feedback helps me grow as a designer. What tools or software do you use most often in your work? I use Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator for most of my projects. They are very powerful tools for creating and editing designs. Do you have a favorite project that you've worked on? Yes, my favorite project was designing a logo for a nonprofit organization. It was meaningful because the organization helps children in need, and I was happy to contribute to their mission. That sounds wonderful. What do you enjoy most about being a graphic designer? I enjoy the creative process and the satisfaction of seeing my designs come to life. It's rewarding to know that my work can make a positive impact. We appreciate you sharing your experiences with us, Alex. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. Our team will review your interview and get back to you within a week. Thank you, Sarah. I enjoyed our conversation today.
Great job, everyone. Now, let's learn some vocabulary words related to our interview with Emily. These words will help you understand and talk about graphic design.
The art of combining text and pictures in advertisements, magazines, or books. Designer. A person who plans the form, look, or workings of something before it is made or built. Portfolio. A range of products or materials collected by someone to display their work. Visual concepts. Ideas that are seen. Client. A person or organization using the services of a professional person or company.
Make sure to write these words down and practice them. Now, let's move on to part 3. In this part, we will use the vocabulary words and sentences and do some role-playing to practice speaking. Let's start with some example sentences. Now, let's start with the role-playing activity. You can either pretend you are a graphic designer and your friend is a client, or I'll be the graphic designer, and you can be the client. You will also read the text provided, and please try saying your answer aloud. Here are some example dialogues. Hi, can you design a logo for my new business?
Of course. What kind of design are you looking for? I want something modern and eye-catching. Great! I will create some visual concepts and show them to you. I need a graphic for a social media post. Can you create one? Sure. What's the theme of the post? It's a promotional post for our summer sale. I'll design something that highlights the sale and attracts attention. I need a flyer for our upcoming event. Can you design it? Of course. What information do you want to include? The event details, location, and contact information. I'll make sure all the important details are clear and visually appealing. I'm writing a book and need a cover illustration. Can you help? I'd love to. What is the book about? It's a fantasy novel with dragons and castles. I'll create an illustration that captures the magical theme.
Fantastic. Practice these dialogues with a friend or by yourself. They will help you become more comfortable speaking English and using graphic design vocabulary. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful for learning English, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content like this. Remember to practice the vocabulary and sentences we've learned today. Until next time on Learning English Easy Way.